Now, President Obama's birthplace has been an ongoing issue since his election campaign, with many trying to prove that he was born outside of America. Well, the U.S. Constitution states that only citizens born inside the country can stand for the presidency. Well, despite the publication of Obama's birth certificate proving he was born in Hawaii, the allegations are refusing to go away. Well, to find out why, let's cross live to Alyona Minkowski, who's in our Washington studio for us. Alyona.
Hi. Well, Barack Obama obviously has his enemies with a list of reasons for why he shouldn't be in office. But this claim that he wasn't born in the United States has so far been just about the talk of every town and every media source here in the U.S. But what's interesting is that it's not a new story. It was also around during the presidential elections and the campaign, and he still won the race. So why is it coming back now with what seems to be a vengeance? Well, RT's contributor Wayne Madsen is saying that the Israeli government has something to do with it. He's saying that Benjamin Netanyahu has been working with conservatives to put increasing pressure on Obama. And he's here with us to talk about it today. Thank you for joining me. Now, first, can you just tell me what are the reasoning? Why would Benjamin Netanyahu have a reason to do this?
Well, the Netanyahu government is very upset with Obama over the Obama administration's insistence that there be a freeze on settlements, including in East Jerusalem. So that, coupled with the reticence of the Obama administration to take any military action against Iran, which the Netanyahu government favors, has brought this old story back to life. This was discredited shortly after it came out. During the primary campaign, this issue arose. They tried to say that his Hawaii birth certificate wasn't legitimate. I know that a team was sent to Kenya that, with the knowledge of his opponent, Mrs. Clinton, her husband, and also the McCain campaign, Karl Rove, all knew or thought they knew that maybe we can get a birth certificate in Kenya. Now we know there was one produced. It was a forgery, and the person who was really pushing that was a woman in California named Orly Taitz, who just after this fake birth certificate came out, she pops up in Tel Aviv 2 days later. So she's originally from Moldova, very closely tied to Likud, Netanyahu, and also the foreign minister, who's also a native of Moldova, Avigdor Lieberman.
But so how is he really doing this? How are these negotiations or these plans taking place?
Well, obviously Netanyahu has a very strong base in the United States through the Israel Public Affairs Committee, through various neoconservative groups, fundamentalist Christian organizations that he's been allied with for years. So it's very easy for him to bring this old canard back about the fake birth certificate. And it looks like he's done that as a way to put political pressure and try to just knock Obama off his high favorability ratings at the present time.
You'd think that this story might be exhausted by now. Let's say that it does end up passing. Do you think then Netanyahu will still try to dig up other stories, find other ways to bring Obama down? Is that his goal?
Well, I think it is. There is another story out there which he may try to resurrect, and there may be legs to this story, and it has to do with Obama's passport file. There was just charges brought recently against a fifth person at the State Department for rifling through Obama's passport files. Also, they said they rifled through McCain's and Hillary Clinton's. But I think the key is Obama's, because after he graduated from Columbia University, he went to work for a company called Business International Corporation in Manhattan. It was later determined that this company had very close ties to the CIA. In 1981, when Mr. Obama was known as Barry Soetoro and living with his mother and his Indonesian stepfather in Jakarta, he visited Pakistan. His host was somebody who was very close to the U.S. effort to support the Mujahideen effort, which was really getting underway in 1981. Obama went to Karachi on what I'd been told was an Indonesian passport. So he may have traveled on more than an American passport, and that may be the key to opening up his past.
Thank you. Well, that's all we have time for, but very interesting. Is Barack Obama a citizen? Why are people looking into his passports? And does the Israeli government have something to do with it? We'll take it back over to you in Moscow, Alice.
Indeed, an issue that just keeps rumbling on. Alyona and your guests, many thanks.